Yeah, website.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
Garage sailing.
Garage
Sailing.
sailing. Okay. Check it out. Thanks.
All right. Right. So it's Sunday, June. I think my seat fell down a little bit. June 9th, and it's a gorgeous day out. I just finished garage selling actually. It's almost 12 noon. I have so much plans for today. I didn't even know if I could make it out. I'm buying this smoker at a guy's garage sale later on at about 3 o'clock. And it's a nice smoker. I mean, exceptional. He only wants $20 for it. And the only problem with it, which is the reason why I sell it for $20, is it's missing the thermostat. I'm like, wow, I could buy and install a thermostat for less than $20. So it's one of these smokers that can go as low as you want the temperature down. I don't understand that one, but I think there's pellets that burn at only 150 degrees, or they cinder, and the temperature goes up to like 900 degrees. So you want that char broiled or just very lightly cooked. Downshift here because bicycle's fighting me today. I got WD-40 on my hands. Oh man. I met another bicycle enthusiast before I started the video, and he's a pretty cool guy. He likes doing everything I do, except he doesn't record himself. He likes bicycling on Lover's Key, Fort Myers Beach, and Sanibel, but he was commenting how the Sanibel Causeway is not open. I'm like, yeah. I was like, normally on Sundays I'd be doing Sanibel, Saturdays Fort Myers Beach, and Sunday Sanibel, but because Sanibel Causeway doesn't allow bicycle traffic, and I'm not paying $9 just to bring my bicycle over to Sanibel, yeah, I can't do it. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I told him, I said, visit garage selling on Google, you'll see it. So anyway. Alright, so first glance, the tide looks high. So that's not a good indication. Traffic was really light coming to the beach. Again, it's the dog day of summer. May and June are the dead months, and June is living up to its reputation. Yeah, I'm looking at the bulkheads, and the tide is high in all of them. I expect it's high tide, and noon is usually high tide. There's a lot of rocks on the road here. So I'm hoping my cameras are recording. I recorded last week, but my camera was not recording, and I hope I hit the button correctly this time. It's sad to make a whole video only to find out one of the cameras wasn't recording, and one of the camera recordings is the sound. I mean, my cell phone does the sound recording. Now it does do video too, so if my 4K camera malfunctions, at least I have a video. But if the cell phone malfunctions, then I'm stuck with a nice 4K video with awful sound. That's why I'm trying to find another 4K camera. But I need to get one that has 4K action sensing, so it does video stabilization, as well as action camera. There's no blurriness, as well as Samsung quadraphonic sensors that'll record me at least. If I was able to put like a some kind of remote microphone on me, that'd be awesome too. But this 4K camera I have doesn't do that. That's probably why I got it for like under $100, and that was like a year ago. So anyway, first looks at the beach right now. The parking lot is still not 100% full, but it's getting there. I like how I have access. I don't have to like brake as much, even though I was braking. Just glide in here nice and smooth. Alright, so now it's time to... I'm still riding the same old bike that's on its last legs. So the time says 12 minutes after noon. So we missed the gong. I have someone stopping at my house at 2 o'clock, so it's going to be a fast video. So I can only spend really an hour down here. So it's going to be a short bicycle ride on the beach, especially short if it's high tide. And yeah, I'm only going down to Junkaroo, farthest I'm going to go. But we'll see. Again, no sign of 7-Eleven development. Looks like they're having a public hearing. Looks like 7-Eleven either didn't pay their taxes or some other problem. So there may be a public hearing of auction. It's sad because they need a 7-Eleven on this side of the island. I mean, 7-Eleven, they must take this side of the island for granted, but there's a lot of people living here and they don't want to go all the way to Walmart. I mean, a lot of these people want to walk or take their bike and go to 7-Eleven and do some, get the basic essentials. The milk, the bread, the cereal, whatever that 7-Eleven carry. It's the Best Western Plus, again. I like those ocean-going containers they have there. But, besides that, looks like people live inside those ocean-going containers. There's actually doors. So it's kind of weird. It looks like only now they're really getting serious. They should have gotten serious like 2 years ago when Hurricane Ian hit. A lot of for sale signs still on this open property. So people are still buying and flipping, that's for sure. Interest rates the way they are. Price of real estate will go up if interest rates come down. So maybe some people are betting that real estate prices will go even higher. And if they think that Trump's going to win the election, maybe that's what there's going to be a victory. There's going to be an economic boom when Trump gets in there. Maybe not initially, but Trump made his fortune pretty much on his casinos, not really real estate, on his 4 casinos in Atlantic City. And then when he mortgaged his casino, and the casino assumed all the debt on his real estate, well, yeah. Plus, he had still an operating income from the casinos. He did the right thing. Oh, the pirate boat is coming in to port. It's just in the back bay. It's going back towards its harbor on Little Estero Island. It's kind of interesting, though. We already passed it, though. But now we know where the pirate boat is. It's going back to feed its hungry lunch crab. That's what you do when you go on the pirate boat. You go out for the cruise first, then you come back and eat. That's how it is, which is pretty cool. And it's proper because you don't want to eat then go out on the cruise, because if you go out on the cruise, you're going to get seasickness, and then it's going to be a problem. I bet a lot of people, though, who come back to shore still have an unsettled stomach for whatever reason. Normally, you'll only get the You'll get seasickness only when the boat comes to a stop and lets the waves roll the boat. If the boat is cutting through the water and it's not being it's not being tossed and turned by the waves like that, then you're not going to get seasickness. That's why most sailors are thin, because you eat too much, you're gonna upchuck. So you can't be a fat sailor. You just Mother Nature will prevent it. Toss your boat around and make you upchuck. So here's the abandoned house. It's still dilapidating, falling apart. Looks like there's still bums up there. They're still breaking windows and breaking banisters. I think the timber box ready to go up. It's amazing the hurricane didn't take that down. If we get any hurricanes this year, believe me, that thing won't survive. So I'm looking at the Gulf right now. The Gulf looks like a medium tide from this angle. I won't know until I get close. There's a lot of people on top of the dune, which is an indication the tide is in. It's high tide. We'll see. We'll see if it's a mid-tide or not. And if the backwater is higher than the Gulf, that means the tide was in at a high tide and now is slowly going out. I could have gotten about 2 more feet farther bicycling. This is really soft sand. I'm wearing everything I should be wearing today. Bicycle's been WD-40'd. Still haven't tightened the brakes like I should. I'm gonna do that time I get home. After my appointments, I have to get this. I have to drive to Mid-Cape and get that smoker. I mean, for $20. Wow. $20. It's in excellent shape. It even comes with like a 3-month supply of wood chips. These little these pellets that burn. The guy's throwing all that in, all for $20, and he's gonna help me lift it and put it in my car. You can't beat that. So anyway, yeah, garage selling was fantastic this morning. In fact, I forgot to do a recap. I have to go home and do the recap video. I was so anxious to get out here and bicycle. I forgot all about the recap. I hope I remember everything I bought. I know I spent, let's see, how much did I spend? I spent $22 this morning. I bought a ton of Legos, a Wii system. I bought a little Apple iPod Nano. Yeah, the tide is a little high. Let me see if I could recognize if the tide's coming in or not. You can tell by looking at the seaweed. The seaweed looks bunched up, so it could be coming in. On the same token, it looks like the tide was in about an hour ago. The wind is coming from south to north, so the tide is a little higher than it normally would be. Trying to see, the flags are blowing from south to north, which is an indication we're getting some warm, moist air, which means there's thunderstorm activity in the afternoon. That's what that means. Okay, I'm running into some soft sand here. So the tide is a little higher than I would like. I should be bicycling when the tide goes down where the waves are crashing right now. I may have to try bicycling inland a little bit, because this is not working here. Let's see. Gear in my hand. Actually, no, I downshifted the second gear and it's already in. I need to put some more air in my back tire. I mean, it shows 65, but I don't know, for some reason I feel it's 60 or not 60, but 50. Okay, the only thing good about the seaweed here is there's no big pen shells. So this porch of the beach is nice. So I'm looking at, so all 3 pools of pink shell are now open. The Sanibel, the Captiva, and the main building. They're all open. So this is nice bicycling area right here now. And I can tell that the people are positioned a little farther back so that the tide was in, and the seaweed, you can tell, is starting to spread out a little bit. So the tide appears to be going out a little bit. It's not as bunched up as it is. It's still high, but it seems to be going out a little bit. It's just gorgeous out. The tanning factor is a 10, that's for sure. I had to put a nice layer of sunblock on. Oh, thank you. Sorry. I know my 4K camera's on. I just hope my Samsung camera's on. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah, I can't upload a video that has bad audio. It's excruciating to listen to an hour and a half of like gears changing on a bike and hitting bumps and the strut, the sound the strut makes. It's sad that the camera that I bought, the microphone, is stationary and there's no way to change direction. It always listens from the ground up. And that's sad because I'm kind of above the camera right now, so it's not going to even hear my voice. Or if it does, it's just a fleeting perception of it. Okay, this sand is really soft. I have to change. There's no way to go. Try going over here a little bit. So this sand is kind of soft. So there was some water here in the last hour and a half. And it is kind of like mushy compactable, so it had maybe only a couple waves get in this area. It did rain yesterday heavy in the morning, so this could be an indication of the rain that we got yesterday morning and not necessarily the tide, because it did rain pretty good. Within a short burst of like 20 minutes, it rained about 2 inches. It almost looked like it was a mini hurricane was developing, because it was actually spinning off of Sanibel, and it had feeder bands were developing off of it. So it had the right mixture. It just didn't have enough tropical humidity to go that extra distance to form a hurricane. It was once off the Florida continental shelf in the Gulf of Mexico. It's pretty shallow. The water's pretty hot, and development into a hurricane is almost assured. Again, any condo here that's boarded up, that's still not for rent, is going into foreclosure and or being sold at a discount. So if you want to buy property on the water, and again, these properties made it through a hurricane, so that means they've been tested. And I'm not just talking about any hurricane. I'm talking about Hurricane Ian that had on Fort Myers Beach a 21 to 22 foot water height above mean high tide. And that means that if these buildings survived, they were built correctly, which means that they're sound investments. And some of these buildings took 7 to 9 foot waves striking them. Those things alone are powerful enough to destroy a building. So, over the course of like 12 hours, I think it would withstand 5 to 7, 7, sometimes 7, 9-foot waves over 12 hours duration. Yeah, these buildings were built correctly. Some concrete buildings didn't survive. They either had enough damage that they had to be torn down, or they had to have their pillars, some of them, replaced. But the wooden structures, very rare did they survive on the beach side. Maybe only 1% of the wooden structures survived. Most of them had some kind of problem that had to be torn down. So we're getting to an area that's really difficult to bicycle in. The tide appears to be going out a little bit, but still, the sand here is very, very loose. It's not firm. The closer I bicycle towards the water, the more firmer the water is, but it's still not firm enough. See, a lot of people on the dune here. This is like a new elevated, I don't know, people like it up there. It's hot because you have all that reflected sunlight coming back at you. It's probably about 120 degrees up there. A solar oven. So the sand up here, because it had that rain yesterday, is, I don't know, it's kind of still soft, but it's hard enough that I could bicycle up here. Which is good, because bicycling down there, the sand is just way too soft. So now you got people walking with their feet over here, which helps. This is very soft here. Very soft. So when I was coming to the beach, the ice cream guy was also pushing his, he's got to push that thing over the bridge. That must weigh a ton when it's full. So he gets his exercise. Man, this is soft sand. Oh, thank you. Wow. So the tide is still high, or the erosion in this area of the beach is, the tide's coming back in. I'm not sure. But I'm having a hard time bicycling here. I see some faces that are familiar in terms of, I've seen them last week. I don't know them, but I can see that there is a tendency to come back to the beach, locals. It looks like the tide has a good 3 feet to go out to get low. It's still near high tide here. So I'm gonna have to bail. It's too high in this area. So here we are, Lynn Hall Park. So I do a lot of pharmaceutical research, and I myself am my own guinea pig. So when I study chemical interactions, the sad thing is, I'm studying chemicals to, we're always studying to cure aging. I'm always studying chemicals to grow hair in the head. And I'm studying chemicals to clear the eyes. When we get older, especially men, we're afflicted with hair loss, memory loss, vision loss, hearing loss, you name it. The pituitary glands are what regenerate the body. If we could find chemicals, which normally are called hormones, or chemical-like hormones, not necessarily hormones, but they stimulate the body as if they were a hormone, then we can get the body to repair itself. And when we get the body to repair itself, it repairs itself as if it was 22 years of age, if it can activate the pituitary glands. So pituitary glands are in control of the growth hormone as well, but they're also in charge of repairing the body. So I noticed there is a sesame seeds that are on top of Burger King hamburgers, McDonald's hamburgers. They taste good, and they add a type of flavor, like a type of mayonnaise flavor, that's very unique. They also help in getting rid of the trans fat out of the body, so which may be one of the reasons why they were initially added to bread. I was given a bread that was made entirely of grinded sesame seeds made into sesame seed flour, and they made a bread using that, and they did not use wheat flour, whether it be unmilled or milled. They did not use it. So anyway, I had some of this, and I strictly observe my diet when I'm doing a self-diagnostic to see if chemicals affect my body or not. I'm pretty aware, and I limit myself to consumption of just that food that I want to test. And lo and behold, after I ate the sesame seed bread, it wasn't just like flour bread it wasn't wheat flour bread with like sesame seeds scattered on top of it. It was literally ground up whole safflower seeds, unmilled. And my vision started improving. And so your vision is controlled by chemicals in the liver. So I know that the liver was becoming cleansed. And I also noticed that my number 2 was being regulated. That's the pancreas. So the pancreas does number 2, the liver does number 1. So sesame seeds are the wonder drug. If you mix a sesame seed with ivermectin, I'm wondering what would happen. That could be the marvelous thing. Because ivermectin seems to turn on the pituitary gland, and sesame seeds kind of cleanse the liver and the pancreas. And with that being said, it would be pretty interesting to mate both of those, sesame seed flour as like a pill form, and like a 2 milligrams of ivermectin. And really, ivermectin, you only need one tablet a year to get rid of parasites, if there is any. I think 12 milligrams, that would be strong enough to activate any pituitary gland. But anyway, that's the research I'm doing right now, chemically. I'm wanting to get some ivermectin, but the problem is I want Japan-sourced ivermectin. There's bogus stuff being manufactured in Vietnam, China, and India. And I want to get the stuff that's made in Japan. That's the quality stuff. It seems like all quality chemicals right now are coming only from Japan, not from the United States, which is kind of weird. Unless you want to get like weed kill. If you want to kill yourself, yeah, the best chemicals are in the United States. But if you want to buy stuff that actually saves life, so I heard some people complaining. So it looks like he's writing a ticket. He wrote a ticket on their car. They're complaining. He said you didn't pay for parking, and so here's Mojo's here. I love this property. I just wonder why they're not doing as much business as they should. I'm glad they're open today, but they weren't open last week, so that was sad. See, even the property, but see, they're on the right side. This is the correct side of the property, because if you're on the beach, you don't want to cross this road. So you will walk, sadly, back to this road, but you won't want to cross it, especially during season. But you will walk to Mojo's. Mojo should have a beach delivery service. That would actually cure all their financial woes. If they had a waitress or someone that could solicit people on the beach, take orders, they would make money. Center Fund Rentals, they're sitting back enjoying themselves. This is Sunday, so people are just moving into the hotels. So I'm gonna try to go back out to the beach now, see what happens. This is one of the longest beach areas. I should have went back sooner. I can't be too long because I have an appointment at 2 o'clock at my house, which is sad. Alright, so this is kind of challenging here. Let's see, which way can I go? Looks like this way is the farthest to the beach, but it ends right here. Oh, thank you. Now I'm sweating big time. I see that they have a walkway over there going towards the beach. This is Diamond Head. I should have taken the bike over there. I see people walking on a nice walkway. See, that would have saved me a good 40 yards of open sand here. And their bar is open here at Diamond Head, finally. I see people ordering drinks and stuff, so the beach bar is open. They have nice umbrella seating too. And they're planting sawgrass or onion grass or whatever this stuff is here on the dunes, which is kind of ugly personally, but I guess. Okay, this beach here looks wind blown. I might be able to bicycle it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do have some traction. So far, so good. I can just pick up some speed. We're running out of wind-blown sand beach. We're coming back into loose sand beach. Oh, I just ran over a pen shell. Terrible. I punctured the tire easy. Alright, so over here, it looks like there's enough beach to bicycle on. Still facing the same limitations as the other beach. We'll go down a little farther. We'll go down to the old Junkaroo, see what's going on. There's enough people walking on this beach. They could have compressed it with their footsteps. We'll turn around and come back on the beach. So a lot of people are walking. I don't understand that. They should be in the water. You walk the beach in the morning when the water's still kind of cool and you're not hot yet. I can understand that, but walking the beach in the middle of the day like this, when there's some awesome water there, that's why you need some beach waitresses coming here, taking orders, giving you your drinks, and a nice floatable plastic container so you can take it out in the water with you. I'm on the second gear. It's not too bad. Just passing by the Nautilus Hotel again. I'm just glad that they finished their roof. That was, but they still have some open doors. It's still a good investment. You can buy that place. See, people are set back a little bit, so the tide was in. And the way that the seaweed is spreading, the tide does look like it's going out a little. But it's still a pretty high tide. I can't understand it. I don't know why you come to the beach. Instead of listening to the sound of the surf and seagulls, pelicans, little kids laughing, and you have to listen to music. One thing I don't understand is why people would go out in the water with their cell phones. Run the risk of accidentally dunking yourself and dunking your phone. This doesn't make sense. This beach patrol is another annoying thing. So I'm going to try to go up to that radio tower, but the fighting this beach sand, it's still on second gear, it's still challenging. So people say, I meet them, some beaches around the country, it's illegal to bicycle on the beach. I can't understand it. I can understand in communist Europe that it's illegal to bicycle because they have so many stupid laws in Europe. But I can't imagine any beach in North America forbidding bicycles. It sounds silly. I mean, Daytona Beach was built on cars and bicycles going up and down the beach. Even Hollywood Beach to an extent. Panama City, that's another beach with a lot of bicycles. Just can't understand some beaches in the United States would prevent that. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I personally would let automobiles go in Fort Myers Beach too, because this is a perfect beach for it. Still pretty challenging here to bicycle. I'm hoping the tide goes out enough so on my way back I'll be able to bicycle down where the waves are. So the library is still closed. Again, that would make a great casino. Should be a casino. Absolutely. No one cares that there is a library there anyway. It's not making any tax revenue for the town. Not that they need any, because they haven't helped the citizens out at all, one iota. All they do is wreck Estero Boulevard and make it into a complete disaster, and then they want more money to waste. Not good. They need to be dissolved. The town of Fort Myers Beach. It's terrible. And then they pat themselves on the back, as all politicians do. Oh, you stole the money. Haha, pat yourself on the back. All right. I'm trying to bicycle inside these beach patrol tire marks. I can see the way that the tire tracks have dug into the beach, that the sand is so soft. It probably just has last night's rain moisture holding it together, and by tomorrow that will evaporate and it'll turn back to sand. Hard to bicycle sand. But there was some liquid here within the last 2 hours. Hello. So come up to the radio tower. If they would give me a deputy job, I would love it. To bicycle up and down the beach. I probably can only stand about 2 hours, but and of course I'd require like $50 an hour, because this is This is like battlefield work during the sun like this. Pedaling what? Not in an air conditioned patrol car? And that beach patrol guy, forget it. He's got the air conditioning on, his gasoline powered beach patrol. Full blast, he's enjoying it. Imagine how much gas he's burning every hour. At least $20. Alright, so I'm up to the old Fort Myers Beach and Red Coconut RV resorts. There are no more, they've been sold. Or at least, I think Red Coconut was sold. I don't know. The one to the south was sold in its entirety. I don't know if the one in the north is. I think the one in the north is Red Coconut. So maybe it is the Fort Myers Beach RV Resort was sold in its entirety. Alright, so here's Junkaroo and Fresh Catch. As I look at it, nothing has been done. Let's see, the pile driver truck doesn't seem to be there anymore. So that's the one big change. Probably need somewhere else. It looks like they are going to build a house, though, to the southeast side of Junk Road here. There's a whole bunch of construction supplies. Or maybe they're going to rebuild Junk Road, I don't know. But whatever they're doing, it's interesting. There is a Seagate construction, but that's on, again, this area right here would make a great casino location. You got a nice big lazy river, casino smack dab in the middle, a brand new resort, and then buy all the land in the back there for a huge parking garage to hold like 4,000 cars, and another couple towers for people, guests to accommodate themselves. Alright, so this is as far as we're going. That's the old fire station too. It's been abandoned. They don't need it. They have one on the south side of the island, and they also have one in St. Carlos Boulevard, just as you exit Fort Myers Beach. So they don't need another one here. They don't respond to fires anyway. I mean, come on. The worst, the best they do is they respond to people who get locked out of their cars. Or they have a cat up in a tree. Alright, so the sand here is a little more firm. I'm worried about it though, because there could be some hidden pen shells underneath. I see some broken seashells here still, so I gotta be careful. The farther to the right I bicycle, the soft of the beach. Farther to the left, I'm getting sprayed with sand, clean water. So I gotta be careful. And right now it looks like the tide's edging in a little bit. The waves are going all the way up to the soft sand. And the waves themselves, the frequency of the waves are tighter. Hello. Some seashells there. Where there's seashells, usually on the beach here at high tide, normally the sandbar has either it's merging with the beach at the moment, or there's an inlet offshore. It's allowing big waves to come in. In this case, the sandbar is only about 3 yards offshore, so it's starting to merge with the beach. So when the waves ebb and go away, it's excellent bicycling on the beach. When they ebb like this. But when I drive and bicycle through it, I can feel it splashing up on my back. Someone positioning their chair in the water. The water's coming in, so they're going to give up. did that wave did it. Oh wow, I just ran over a hard taco. There's tons of seaweed offshore right here. The tide at this point is just ebbing in. I don't want to be judgmental, but when you wear a bikini on the beach, you have to be fit. None of this overhang or globbiness. That's where the one piece comes into handy. One piece is kind of like a girdle at the same time, so I can see you're excited and maybe you lost 10 pounds, but sorry, you need to lose another 35 pounds. Sorry to say that, I feel terrible. But sometimes the truth hurts and you have to let it burn. Right. So when the water recedes, that area of the beach is hard enough to pedal on comfortably. Up here it's so soft. See, the angle of the beach where I'm... Okay, so right now it's hard. It's weird, the beach is changing. You know, given some time, when the water leaves the sand, it hardens up like concrete because it pushes the air out. But still some areas of the beach where it's still soft. It's way soft up here. Way soft. Way soft. Hello.
She got this big,
I didn't think I bicycled too far away from Diamond Head, but I guess I did. Well, that's how it happens at high tide. Normally I wouldn't be here on the beach, but because it's going to be a quick video, I want to put some beach time in. Oh wow, wow. Oh yeah, tide at this area is coming in. The frequency of waves are bunching up too, which is an indication the tide's coming in. So, you know, tides don't just go in or out. They go in, out, in, out, in, out. Sometimes 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps back, 1 step forward. That's what's going on right now. Tide is probably going out, but it's taking a step forward. It just happens with wind currents and wave currents and the way the Earth's rotating and the moon and everything else is at play with these waves coming on shore. Since the waves are pretty much coming south to north, it could be anything. Now, I just noticed there's a fishing line right there. If I didn't notice it, I would have driven right into it. I noticed it was like seaweed suspended in the air. That's an indication that there's a fishing line. I couldn't even see it. For one, I'm sweating all over my glasses. I can't see anything in here as it is. Because, again, the tanning index must be a 10. So we're going to bicycle here for the time being until I see the beach change a little bit. It's getting worse here. It's getting really soft. Right over here a little bit. I can see the tire tracks are ripping up the sand. I can see they're loose. You want to go where those tire treads are sticking in. You want to see the treads like this. That's firm. When you see the treads ripping up the sand, that's loose. Got really loose here. See more people are out in the water. You can see those flags straight ahead, right in front of Diamond Head. They're flowing south and north. At a good clip too. That's like 10 to 15 knots worth. I don't feel 10 to 15 knots. Those flags are showing it. There was a pontoon boat offshore traveling the same direction I'm going. You can see it in a moment. It's going with, it looks like one outboard at full kilter. It's really plowing through the water. So far, it's been very light in terms of people on the beach. Lynn Hall Park did look pretty full, but it's not as full as it could be. There were still a couple of open parking spots. But it's just too beautiful to ignore. There's going to be more people coming to the beach. It's gorgeous. A lot of these people just got off high school and college, so they're out here enjoying themselves before they have to get back to the grind, getting into the workforce or going back to school or whatever. So they're out here enjoying themselves. And this being a gorgeous Sunday, still before the official rainy season. I think the rainy season is not really till June 15th. So they say June 1st, but no, it's June 15th. It looks like this is the channel. The tide is still in. It's gorgeous out here. Let's be sure of it. I hope my camera's video stabilization is working because I'm hitting bump after bump here. Really intricate sandcastles they're building. It's really awesome. And these people just got here. They're positioned on the beach like that. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to avoid that shovel I saw on the ground. I did miss it. If I schooled over that shovel, I would have destroyed it. It looked like the beach changed up here. What the tide's going out? So I tried out. It looks like it's better here. The sandbar's merging with the beach. That's what's going on. So it's taking a lot of the power out of the waves. Now up here is a little inlet that takes the water from this sandbar and sends it out. So it's going to build the beach in this area a little bit. And there's a beach ranger here giving tickets for some. I don't know what he's doing, but he's looking kind of silly. Probably looking for people drinking open alcohol or something silly like that. Or they have dogs on the beach. I guess there's probably an ordinance, silly as it is, dogs pooping on the beach. Freestyle is a beachwear chain out of I think it's out of Clearwater, Florida. And they pretty much bought all the stores that were left standing after the hurricane in this area. So they basically cornered the market with all the good real estate. I don't know how they could afford to do that. I mentioned before in one of my other videos, it's got to be criminal because that was millions of dollars to outlay. I saw no income coming in. I don't know how they were able to afford that. I mean, unless they went public with like a $10 billion offering. Alright, so this isn't pretty close to Long Pine. I'm going to have to go inland a little bit. sandcastle. So watching where I was going. Watching the sights. There's too many sights around here. Following this dragged ice cart. See what happens. Maybe this is the ice cream truck. Sorry. Dog didn't see me. He jumped on something. That's fascinating. I see the ice cream guys ahead of me, so that's probably his tire marks. So there's a full crowd right here in boats. This is probably the most I've seen in boats in a while. And they're parked between here and Margaritaville, so there's got to be bathrooms between here and Margaritaville, because that's why. Oh, sorry. Margaritaville. Ooh, good shot. Margaritaville is crowded, and the tide is coming up a little bit. Oh, and I'm running out of beach. See, the thing is that they're bulldozing some of the sand from the mound, or they're adding some sand to the beach, and the tide hasn't had a chance to cement that down, so it's really soft. So you have to bicycle in the surf. Or else I'm going to have to vacate the beach here. It's just too soft, even in the water. Hopefully the beach will change the next couple of feet. Maybe I can bicycle over here. It's not too bad. Following this compressed area right here. The faster I go, the more soft sand I can tolerate. The problem is, if I do hit if I go fast on soft sand, I can hit something that causes the tire to go sideways and cause the bicycle to flip. I have to be careful. Looks like this is a new trend somehow. Ooh! So you take wet basketballs and throw them. Look at that. That's Margaritaville. They're trend setting right now. Probably they're trying to sell this stuff at the store. I'd rather be bicycling on the beach, tell you the truth. Right. Well, there's some people playing some soccer. Must be some kind of World Cup coming up. They're actually pretty good. They kept it going. It's good. Awesome. So, yeah, it's sad that the tide has to be so in at the moment. Oh, my fault. Ran over a little pothole at the same time. Alright, now there's a problem here. There's soft sand ahead of me, because that's where the berm was. That's been, and this is the only. It doesn't. There's some guy fishing at the point over there, so there's gonna be no way around that. So we're gonna have to exit the beach here. Alright, so I exited this once before. This parking lot is the closest asphalt, so that's what I'm gonna aim for. The dune that they built here is about 3 to 4 feet over the existing sand, which is interesting. You can't even see the seawall that's here. There is one. Oh, I can see right there. It's level right now with the dune. So it's hard to tell that there is a concrete seawall there. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you again. You guys reserving spots. People probably called in. Or maybe they paid a little extra to go out for lunch coming back. Yeah, might as well. Just going to go down a little bit. It's good to see that the Hershey's open. Queen of weed. Obviously they're making money. See, everyone here has a food truck because the town of Fort Myers Beach is so evil and anti-citizen. Again, the old Palaka, that's available. But they probably want premium money for that. Your expression in 2 minutes. Just chilling out. Go down a little bit. Just checking the parking lot here. It's gonna be a short video. I just hope I turned on the video. If not, I will upload this video with bad audio. Surf Style, they're trying to fix up this building here. They knocked down this other building that was behind Surf Style, which is interesting. There's a couple more buildings that need to be knocked down. I don't know what they're going to do with this. That's a big continuous piece of real estate there. So these are air-conditioned bathrooms. That's the nice thing about it. So we're going to take the sidewalk here to check it out. There's a little bit of exploring. Plus we get closer to the beach. Let's see. They should just not put the bathrooms. They should put more parking in here. They can get rid of all this grill area stuff and put in at least 100 more parking spots and maybe more. Really densely, really put them in tight. This beach can handle as many as they put rope up. You see these wooden posts, which are silly? They put rope up. So it's just a matter of time before they put sawgrass on top of this mound, which is silly because right now that's like the best piece of real estate. It's actually drawing people here. But you can see they're adding rope, which is ridiculous, but they're doing so. Probably, again, preventing people from parking. This is oh, I recovered. I can't believe it. I thought I was going to crash. Oh, yeah. So some of these people come right away. They stay for like an hour or a half hour. and they think they can get away with it, but there's someone patrolling this lot every 15 minutes. So, right now it's still the honor system. There's no try and true way of validating. You still have to pay if you're crippled to park here. You're not giving anybody a break. But there's still some spots available. The sad thing is that those spots across the street there used to be free. The town of Fort Myers Beach criminally took that away from the citizens. But I like how Surf Style fenced in their parking. That's theirs, and they don't want the town of Fort Myers Beach. Looks like the town of Fort Myers Beach already criminally put their signs there, but Surf Style will probably yank those signs out. It probably says for parking only, Surf Style. I'm gonna go back under the bridge here. Only because that sidewalk is completely fenced off.
Qualify on a slow day.
So I have to go on this side of the road. It used to be this area right here used to be free parking. I can remember about 40 years ago. This area was all free. There was a street here, so it was free public parking on the street. But not anymore. If you have money to open up a business, a restaurant in this area is an ideal spot. If they would put parking behind these buildings, they would make some money, especially if they had a restaurant here. So it used to be parking in the back there a long, long time ago. Both sides of the street was parking in the rear of the buildings. Free. That's how it should be. But, you know, people use the beach. And, $15 an hour. Well, I'm not sure. I don't think that's $15 all day. If it is, that's a great deal. It used to be $10 a day across the street on the left there. $10 a day. Oh, it still is. I see the sign. So that's the best place to park in this area if you have to pay for it. Now the best thing is if you know who owns this land over here, this venture capital, then you can park on their property for free. See, they have like canisters blocking it so people can't park there, but you can still park there. So looking over here, this is the Lighthouse Resort. On the right-hand side, they're rebuilding some of these and putting nice balconies. It's all wood though. It's horrible. They should make it out of concrete, but I guess that's all the insurance money covered. Build it out of wood. And wood's real cheap right now, but I mean, it has a nice smell of wood to it. Don't get me wrong, but it still would be better if they're going to do all this work and effort to spend the extra $1 million and put it in concrete. Even if it's $2 million, it's going to last. Plus, you know that Margaritaville is going to buy this place out anyway. You know Margaritaville is going to make money because they probably charge twice the room rent. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's so short, but hopefully you'll have the high fidelity sound as well as the 4K video. Because I'm not going to release a video before it's time. Alright, so until next week, enjoy.